Hi, this is Alexander Morentin, owner of MyFitLife and author of Better Living with Whole Foods. www.betterlivingwithwholefoods.com. This is update number 2 of the Simple Cleanse, a 21-day journey into vibrant health and happiness. Today is October 11th, 2008, which means this is day number 13 of the Simple Cleanse for me, and day number 6 of eating an exclusively raw vegan diet. Today I want to talk about 3 things. Number 1 is exactly what foods I am eating during this raw vegan portion of the Simple Cleanse. Number 2 is how I am feeling physically. And number 3 is how I am feeling emotionally, because there are 2 aspects to this cleanse. One has a physical aspect and one has an emotional aspect. So it's good to talk about both of those. As far as what I'm eating, in the morning and in the evening I am having a blended drink of some sort, like a green smoothie. My green smoothie consists mainly of spinach and banana, and then I add in other things periodically such as raw beets or Persian cucumbers, chard, kale, any number of things, beet greens, but the main base is banana and spinach, and I have this in the morning and in the evening to give my digestive system a chance to rest, and so that energy that would usually be going towards digestion of food, especially cooked food, is able to go to other parts of your body to detoxify and cleanse them on a cellular level. So besides the green smoothies, I am having a ton of vegetables, some fruits, and some raw nuts, and that's basically it. So maybe some raw Brazil nuts and a little bit of raw pecans here and there mixed with some goji berries. That's a really good mixture. It really tastes really good and it's good for you. But during the middle of the day and in the early evening, I'll have just a bunch of vegetables. Every day I have avocado, and most days I'll have broccoli and green onions. I made some really nice salsa with a bunch of chilies, 4 or 5 different kinds of chilies, and just a bunch of stuff like that. So it's mainly veggies, some fruit, and a little bit of raw nuts, not too much. As far as how I'm feeling, physically I'm feeling pretty good. On Monday, I worked out really hard, then I went a long time without eating, so I got a little bit of a headache. Part of it had to do with being raw, and part of it and detoxifying, and part of it had to do with just exertion and not eating enough. So I did have a little bit of a headache. It felt like a detoxifying headache, but that went away and I felt great after that. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I actually felt really tired. I slept 8 or 9 hours and I woke up and I was still a little bit tired, and that's indicative of your body detoxifying itself and cleansing itself. All the energy is just going towards that, and that's really a beneficial thing. It actually felt good, like you do on a winter day and sitting next to the fire, like a comfy, cozy feeling. That's sort of how it felt. So it was pretty cool, and that's about it for the physical feelings. I feel really great. I feel awesome, and I'm really glad that I'm doing this cleanse, and also that there's other people doing it with me. If you remember from the first update, there are 9 other people doing this cleanse with me, so that's always good to have people doing it with you. As far as the emotional side of things, there's a little bit of a gap here with eating all raw. It took a little bit to get used to it. It took all up until today, as a matter of fact, to get used to it, because you get used to eating warm food, and not having some warm food and something with maybe a little more substance to it, that's harder for your body to break it down, that's going to stay in your system longer. it's a big change going from eating something like that, like beans and rice, and for meat eaters to eat meat and things like that take a long time to digest, to just eating vegetables and fruits that digest quickly. So it took a little bit to get over that. Other than that, it's the emotional factors haven't been that great, but just today is when I started to actually basically get over myself, so to speak, and just say, okay, I'm feeding myself, I'm fueling my body with nutrient-dense, quality living foods that are just so good for me. And I'm really happy about that, and I've just broke through that barrier. And it's such an enlightening experience when that happens, and you just feel like you have total control over your life. Because prior to that instant this afternoon, I felt like I was being controlled by food, and now I'm in control, and that's where you want to be. That's one of the main aspects of this cleanse. You know, I feel vibrant, I feel healthy, I have a ton of energy now, but having that control, that mental control, where you feel like you're in the driver's seat and you're not succumbing to different urges and cravings from food, that's an empowering position to be in. And I love it. If you remember from the first update, I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to sustain or maintain my weight and keep all of my muscle on me. So one of the side effects of the cleanse is that you do drop a lot of weight. And I've only dropped about 3 pounds, which is mostly fat and toxins and things like that. So that's a good thing. I'm holding on to my weight pretty good. So I'm really happy about that. And the other thing that I'm starting to notice, which is pretty cool, is food is starting to taste different. I'm starting to be able to taste all the just delicious flavors that are inside of all the raw foods that I'm eating, and starting to notice the flavors and things like some of the nuts that I eat, or I have a raw food bar that I'll eat if I'm stuck on the freeway or something. I'll have some in my glove compartment, and I bit into one yesterday and it tasted totally different than it did before, and like last week. It just tasted totally different, and I could just tell that that's a raw food, but it's not as healthy and as vibrant as the actual vegetables and the fresh stuff that I get from the farmer's market. So that's about it for today. That's my update on how I'm feeling. I just feel fantastic, and I feel empowered. And I highly suggest that you do a cleanse like this. We're going to do one again in January, so if you'd like to hop on board with this, you're more than welcome. So again, this is Alexander Moranton, author of Better Living with Whole Foods, www.betterlivingwithwholefoods.com. If you'd like to find out more about the Simple Cleanse, then you can go to the website and just read about all the different posts that I've written and videotaped about it. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.